Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme. Welcome one and all. 2 more stars out of 7 with the Knott Furlong stables. Some interesting races. At the end of the last video we saw that a lot of our 2-year-olds had changed distance and had grown. So, you know, that means there's less horses that we can actually run right now in graded races. So, with that being the case, I went and had a look at any 5 and 6 furlong horses we had left at 2-year-olds and what kind of grades they could run. And I believe there was both of the 6 furlong horses, Alexis Dare and Dare Sagon. They both got a chance to run at 6 furlong. Alexis Dare already won a grade 3, but it's another chance to stack an extra on top because who knows? They might just keep winning them. And there should be another one at 5 or 6 for Chili Dare, who didn't get a run. They're a 5 furlong horse. I could have put them in the 6 furlong, but I decided to keep them out of it for now. Darafax gets the only 5 furlongs that we have available. With that being said, the rest of the horses pretty much booked in. All but Comodat at 3 have a race that I think hopefully British Lady will be ready to run in a month's time, which should be well ready to run. And then looking at the 4-year-olds, only Saffron Fang had a run available realistically. So we're going to start off with Darafax. We're going to head to Ascot. 5 furlong at Ascot on turf for a 2-year-old. And it's a grade 2. It's, you know, the Norfolk here. It's a short field. Rainbow Reef looks to be one of the tipped horses. Okay, look a little lazy though, but Valerica is there. Bobby Dazzle's parading well. Very fit, primed to go. That's really good. Rainbow Reef, a little lazy, as we say. We're coping well. We had to travel over. And maybe not traveling great. Valerica, okay, but yeah. So at Ascot, there's 4 American 2-year-olds running. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Is Darafax one of those that ridden as a closer? Yes. Do we have that set up yet? No. Don't trail. Don't trail, Darafax. Don't trail. Okay, so there were 6 runners last time. We ran Donnell in it, and we did okay, but Donnell just wasn't really good. So 59.90 is the time to keep an eye on. That's what Donnell was beaten by. So if we're beaten and we're sort of above that time, that isn't a really good sign. That is not a really good sign. Switch the camera, zoom in a touch. Everybody seems to get off to a decent start. Bobby Dazzle on the inside. Then it's Valerica. Then Darafax now just behind Rainbow Reef, who may be calm, but went straight to the front here. Let's see them. Everybody's going down there. It's the final furlong. It's going to need to be some, like, absolutely amazing speed from Darafax. And it's not going to be. It's really not going to be. Okay, 59.90. I mean, yeah. Okay, so that's really, really not good. That's really not good. Doesn't gain any potential there either. I said not to dwell. And then when everybody else moved up, we just sat there. I don't know if we were expecting another furlong, perhaps. Like maybe it's just too far, too early, you know, to jump up into a grade 2. I don't know. I think I want to try a 6 furlong grade 3 at some point to see how they run. The next grade 5 Next grade 5. Next 5 furlong grade will go to Chile there to see. But, yeah, that wasn't a fast race. I don't think it was great company. Otherwise, it would have been a faster pace. And at the same time, we still just didn't look good. We just didn't look good. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that one. I really don't know what to think about that one. I don't like it. The Gold Cup. Sin time? I don't know. They like distance. I mean, they enter distance. They like a mile 4. Ernst Blofeld. Interesting. Stablemate to Barham and Sintime. Jeffrey Radosevich is breeding distance horses, it seems. They get up on Galatrix. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, 2 miles 4. I don't know if I've ever had a horse in an American save at that distance. I don't know if I ever will, or if I ever could. Yeah, interesting. Okay, Alexa's there. We've won a grade 3 on it before. Like, okay, it wasn't an amazing race, but won by 1.5, despite not running our best sort of race. How's business? Interesting. They're slightly agitated. So is Sheba and Zia. Sirocco Star's moving well. We're looking well. We should win. We should. Let's find out if we can, because I would have thought maybe Darafax would have won. But okay. Alexis there again. We're all out. Okay. I forgot to do the don't trail if we were a closer. But looks like 4 at the front anyway. Sheba at the rear. Sirocco on the outside. How's business? And then inside to Zia. Sheba wants to make a little run of this. We're going to start following How's business. There goes Sheba, who we kind of expected to go. Sirocco start, but we start moving on. Down to the final furlong. We need to dig in deep. If we want this, we need to start really chewing up the ground. Sheba's going to win this otherwise. We do start making a move, but Sheba just gets up, gets out there for a win. We're going to move up ahead of How's business. Ran on. With that stamina bar at 6 furlong, we ran on. I got the distance well. Maybe they're going to jump soon. Maybe. Have your say in the comment section below what you think of those first 2, because I'm a little confused as to kind of what we could do. I was tempted to run, someone in this, but Darren Anna Marie didn't have really much of a rest for it. Promelady should win. Unless Country Project is just one of those good foreign, sort of ungraded horses. I'm not sure who else would be up in this one too much. Yeah, Promelady takes it. Country Project, decent run, but as expected there. Squadron from Armature, I would guess, but they're both a little wound up. Maybe time to crown a new Grade 1 here at the United Nations? No, Squadron's going to take it. Squadron's going to take it anyway. Anything else interesting in here? Yeah, I'm starting to get a good feel for the horses in the save. Sadly, I do see a lot of the good ones being sort of mares and fillies, which means they're not really going to come up in auctions that often. I've just got to keep trying to make sure I check all the breeding auctions I can. But, yeah. At least with colts that I know are good in the game, like the Reg, I can always go and breed from them. when they hit the stud bands, because that's normally something that happens to the majority of the good racers, I find. But when it comes to the mares and fillies, we normally see a bunch of them do breed, but we can't breed with them, and they never come up for auction. So, sadly, like I say, all the ones I'm really interested in right now are pretty much fillies. And most of them are foreign horses as well, which, again, shouldn't come up in the auctions even. So, it's a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame indeed. Saffron Fang up next. Chance to go over 31. Decided to go back to a mile 3. Back to Hanshin. Back to Japan. And pick up perhaps another Takarazuka Kinen. Maybe. Defending. It doesn't look like a bad field, but yeah, we kind of like this race. We do kind of like this race. So it didn't seem like there were too many good horses in the first one. And I didn't really pay attention to it until Safranana. We did put Machi in because he had distance, but we didn't get the job done. Rodrigo de Torres was absolutely fantastic. But then Safranana rocks up and actually gets the job done. And then Pendle Lady, who has ended up in our breeding barn until very, very recently. And like, she did really well, beating out Captain's Covey and a couple of other good horses like Rock With You that I really liked. Miss Mercy will be back in it again today. She's a very decent horse. She beat Takiana. So, that's not easy. But if Takiana had taken that, we'd have Safranana, Takiana, Saffron Fang last year, and Pendle Lady, who was in the breeding barn. Plus Mistopheles Machi. Kind of ran okay, but didn't run great in that one. I will say, though, that is like the fastest that race has been run in-game. And we were only a length and a half down. So if it was up here in this sort of 220 range, we'd have been fine. But lately it's been run faster. And Saffron Fang has set a record at 17:52. Beating up Miss Mercy, Ms. Knapp. Two good horses there. And now Saffron Fang gets to run it again. So this has become an important race in our calendar. This has become a race where we can start earning some money. If we've got a little bit of distance, we can definitely do it. Ukrainian back from Canada. Solid horse. Never really seen it excel, but it's a solid horse. Spartan Dance, the same. Chico Time, the same. Don't really know too much of the others. But Miss Mercy is going to be a big, big challenger here. This should be a two-way dance with Ukrainian maybe the best of the rest. And that's 3 our tip. We have a 3 betters choice. We, let's see, what are we? We're parading well, very fit, prime to go. I like that. Miss Mercy moving well, lean, ready to go. And Ukrainians looking well and okay. Tricky Trickster, a little bit cool there. Ungraded Domestic could do something, but who knows? But we hear them for the mile 3. Takarazuka Kinen, grade 1 for 3-year-olds on turf here at Hanshin, Japan. And we are defending our crown. We get off to a decent start there on the far side near the rail. We got Chico Time going out ahead of us. And then a bunch of others in place, including on the outside here, Miss Mercy in that sort of purplish silks with the white sleeves. Alongside them, Social Honor and Spartan Dance. Up ahead is Surrey Down. Ukrainian is actually that number 2 horse at the back on the outside of Tricky Trickster. We've got the inside here. We're starting to move out. We find the lane that we want to run in. 3 from home. We're going to start making a little move up. And the final 2 furlongs. There goes Miss Mercy taking over the lead from stablemate Chico Time. Saffron Fang now running well. Looks like Miss Mercy just holding on. We're through the... we're through the brush there. We're through the jump. Saffron Fang pushing out over Miss Mercy. Chico Time holding on really well here. Finishing strong. Spartan Dance from Ukrainian. Just at the line there up into 5th. No, just beyond the line, I guess. I thought it just got up on Kindle. 1.8 million for Saffron Fang. That 140 rated is held 16-1-0 in terms of graded races. Prize money 32.5 for the career, 11.5 for the season. Decent. 218, not super fast, but fast enough. 2.5 lengths. We'll take it. We'll take it. Very good run. A very, very good run. I'm kind of happy with that. It's nice to have Saffron Fang back in like that winning grade 1 capability, but obviously not blowing us away with 8 lengths victory. Kind of come down into the mortal range now, which means I think 5-year-old's going to be a little bit of a struggle to keep Saffron Fang out if we wanted to. But like I say, just the absolute best horse I think I've ever seen. Mind-blowingly good. Saffron Anna, 18 grade 1s. You got 2 and 2 for grade 2s and 3s. Dominant at a mile 2. That was their range. Dat Fang, more of a miler. 6, 2 and 1 in terms of grades. That breeding indicator's definitely bugged. That's definitely bugged. Yeah, Saffron Anna didn't even have one. That Fang give us Darren Anna. Sorry, Saffron Anna give us Darren. That makes more sense. Saffel's Battler really wasn't great. The eccentric, I don't remember at all, wasn't good enough. But Saffron Fang has done a really, really good job and just like keeps winning huge money. Darren Anna is one of my favorite 3-year-olds, so I'm really excited to see kind of how this branch of the family tree goes. And Dat Fang, you know, Dat Cuckoo running well, really well over a mile. That kind of got Dat Fang bloodline there, I guess. And Dat Cuckoo, of course, comes from Bull Cuckoo, who's also kind of a miler, so that makes sense to me. And then Ma Brown. I guess I allowed them to breed with somebody else's filly. I can't really remember that, but I remember something about it maybe. They haven't done much, but it's a good win there. Okay, that's a good maiden. And then they move up to 7 furlongs, which may or may not have suited in an allowance race. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that breeding sort of come through there, and who might be good and who might not be. But I'm very happy to see them back and running well anyway. That's a good thing to see. Okay, so we got about 2 weeks to clear that red marker from British Lady, but we're finally not injured any longer. Charmer. Oh, I like Charmer. Minus Boy not bad. Jim Tango not bad. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay, Super Sensation. What do we got? You haven't produced anything. Later, nothing. Jim Tango. We don't know yet. Pocket 2. Produce you. Engraving from El Bari. Who did engraving come from? Fragrant Mix, which is a horse that I quite liked, because that's where Squadron comes from. So Jim Tango may or may not be good. May or may not be good. We don't really know. Minus Boy. It's got a grade 3 3-year-old. Okay. Nothing special. Does come from Higgies, though, which we did like. Marasil only ever bred well once. Actually, what a pension plan. Soleus, the only one. Okay, so that is from Higgy, I think, that bloodline. Which means Minus Boy might have got it okay. I don't know, maybe we try that one. And then Charmer, Striker, Deal, and Emperor were good horses, but since then, really nothing. 1 grade 1. 4 grade 1s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think these three. I think these three intrigue me enough. So you got Riverhead out of Charmer. And I've got no proof for it, but I think Charmer's like a pretty good sire. Duke Luke will come in and Dabi will come in and we'll see kinda what we might be working with Charmer. We'll see if I'm right. And I probably am. Look at that. Oh, look at that. No finish. Low confidence. But yeah, Charmer. As I expected, Charmer's probably a pretty good horse there. 2014 was that 13. Ugh. Yeah, probably not going to breed there. I think both sides of that bloodline might be okay. Trying to remember Great Pursuit in terms of fillies. It might come through. Duke of Lucha's not too bad as well. Missing some potential. That could come from a poor dam if Minus Boy is good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really there to indicate that we should breed from Minus Boy. And then, like I say, Jim Tango. A young horse. It's run well. It's been competitive. It's not done too much. Is Jim excitable? Yes. Both ends were. Okay. So there is that low speed. Doesn't look great. Yeah, we stay away from Jim as well. We'll stay away from Jim and Minus Boy. Not really anything you want. Maybe Great Pursuit will be a decent filly. How old are you? 6. You're 6. You're currently breeding. Okay, Hathamore, out of good timing, hasn't really produced anything yet, but okay, if Hathamore comes up, perhaps we take a look there. Yeah. I'm trying to be a bit more analytical about these breeders that we might be able to get something going with, because we need options. We really do need options. Okay, British Pearl is going to fly up to Woodbine. This will be the first chance to see if that re-exporting once again has fixed Woodbine. We will see. Desagon running in the Bashford. And we're up first in the Bashford. Okay, so 3 A grade 3, 6 furlong, 2-year-olds on dirt. Jukabani, yeah, definitely the favourite. That's fine. They've won 3 races, highest rating. Desagon ran green twice and then won a maiden. We should be okay. Yeah, everybody's got good form. Like, none of this matters. Absolutely none of this matters. Price of Retrieval is favoured. Did we run as a closer? Pack. Okay, that's fine. So we don't probably need... We could go challenge earlier. We could go up further outside to avoid some traffic, but we're just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna run and see how Desagon gets on with this. 6 furlongs. It's foggy, it's rainy, it's overcast. Dirt might clump up a little bit, but it shouldn't affect the race too much. We're on the outside here. And we get off okay. We start moving up towards the front, but then again, it seems almost like who didn't to begin with. Pyrenean, Rockefeller, and Accumulus up the front with us. Price of Retrieval, that grey and the purple silks lead out the rest. Now, Marion Fiore stepping up. Stormy Larissa joining. Inside the final 1.5, though, we're driving from home. There's a final furlong marker about 2 lengths up. Jukabani here in the pale blue silks is making quite the effort to get up. They're not going to make it in time. They're going to hold on perhaps the second here. Stormy Larissa, a very good run. Pyrenean in 4th place. And then back to Price of Retrieval, who was, favoured. They were favoured by the tipsters. Jokabani was favoured by the betters. Desagon was favoured by me. And once again, we show that we have got good horses in the stable. That's a grade 3 on Desagon. That 80 rating jumps up to a 97. And the 70 ability grows to 70. It stays what it was. 72. Yeah. Not the best. Sadly. Not the best. But a good start and another good win. Another graded 2-year-old that's closing in that 100 mark. We don't actually have a 100 rated 2-year-old. We have 299s, a 97, 296s right now. And then 88, 82, 80, and 2 unrated. Because they've only run the maidens. As a whole, I'm happy where most of the horses are. Apart from the 2 that have only run the maidens, we need to get some runs in on Dare Storm, Darafax, and Chili Dare for certain to try and get them up to at least 70 ability. The others are there. But yeah, I think we're in a really good position with the 2-year-olds. Just looking at my notes there, I think we're in a really good position with our 2-year-olds. And I was worried coming into this season with so many, but I did get rid of a bunch. I really did. Minister of the Interior back again with Medea. 1 mile 2 Queen's Plate. British Pearl gonna run this. At Woodbine. Top rated, favourite, best form, Triple Crown, sort of contending and almost getting. Now there are 3 Dubai horses that are ungraded. They might be dangerous. Who knows? We're coping well, lean, ready to go. Medea to the Spring. Okay, so to the Spring is fancied as well for some reason. British Pearl. Shame about the Preakness. So we got the inside draw here at Woodbine. So we should be able to tell quite soon by where we run, if we're running inside the rail or not. I think I exported it right. I think I did this okay. It's the Queen's Plate here on dirt. Like I say, Minister of the Interior and Medea are the 2 that really would worry me. We got the inside draw. We look to be outside the rail right now, which is good. We get off okay. We seem to be running on a track. Woodbine seems to be run on a track. Perhaps that issue has been fixed. I don't know about the turf courses, but this dirt one looks okay. Canterbury Girl into the Spring with Hierarch Dunson, Big Zaff up front there. We got Caliphate there. We're being blocked off. We are being blocked off. Medea goes round the outside. Our jockey just sits there. 1.5 from home, down to the final furlong. Medea's made their run. Come on, British Pearl. We got blocked off so heavily there. Our jockey did absolutely nothing. And look at our pace coming through at the end of the race. And it's not going to be enough because the jockey sat there. Oh, I need to walk away. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. 40 minutes later. Dishes are done. Kitchen's had a nice little wipe down. Everything's a bit cleaner than it was before. Yeah, I needed to get away from that. I hate jockeys that do that. Just, there was 4 on the line in front. You got to go really wide to get past them. But go really wide to get past them. Like, slow down a little bit, give yourself a little bit of room to maneuver, and then just dive onto the outside and just then put the foot down. They never had pace. They were never going to break ranks. They were never going to sort of do anything until like that final furlong or half a furlong when they would make a break for the line. That was the only time I think they were ever going to move. And then Medea came through and like joined them on the end, and it became 5 wide. And in the end, we only lost by a length. But we lost by a length in a race that we should have won by a length. And that's all down to the jockey. So I'm really not happy with that. Really not happy with that. Really not happy with that at all. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be, and that's just the way it is. But I needed to get up off the computer there and just walk away because, yeah. Yeah. We've seen them being run into blind alleys before, but that was the longest, most obscenely stupid run by a jockey I've seen. Like, normally they do okay, and then they, like, try to go to the inside and get caught in a pocket, and, like, they can't get out. And I'm annoyed by that. This one, they could easily have got out of it, and they could have, they could have got out of it early. They could have, for like 5-10 seconds, they were just sat there instead of moving to the outside. Or even to the inside and hope they can pinch up against the rail and get round, but like just sitting there in the middle and hoping that they move out of your way, that's ludicrous. And it happened for so long that we just... Yeah, I never expected to see that, so yeah. It's one of the few things about this game that winds me up. Even like the really good jockeys make stupid decisions like that. Man from Fram is decent. Green Man Unleashed is decent. Cold Dits was yeah. Jana stage debut. Okay, yes, it's true. Don't know. Looks like it could be an okay group, to be honest with you, and we're just gonna go for $250s and above. Get our 550s and just jump out. That's the first one. Porthgwydden Beach. We got His Grace. Might be a 300. It is. Hero Status, Noland, Kenola, Deobo, and Barden Lady. Those are the final 4 we will see. Okay. $5 and change for Hero Status. Laid back over 7. Laid back over a mile for Noland. See, a lot of these game-bred horses going into auction seem very similar. They all have some good stats, but like lack potential mainly. I don't really see any breeding indicators of a mile 1 to a mile 2 very often. You see a lot of laid back horses. You see them all between like 6 furlongs and a mile. So let's see, do we get anything? within Beach. It's got the ability, it's got the potential, it's got the extra speed. Like, finish application consistency, probably the easiest out of all those to have high bars in. And it doesn't have that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. His grace looks terrible. Hero status is not great. Noland, no thanks. A bow, no. Bad and lady, no. Okay, so once again, we're kind of shut out here. Porthwaite and Beach wasn't that bad, if I'm honest. It wasn't that bad, but it's just not good enough. Yeah, I wonder if the sire's like any good though. It's not the best of bars there, but it's yeah, I mean, it's really not bad. Not that we want to keep them, but okay, both have a couple of generations behind them. Interesting. Have you bred before? Yes, but not enough to see. Lovey Dovey's one of yours, okay. I've seen Lovey Dovey. Have you bred before? No, that's your only breeding opportunity. Okay, so yeah. Irish Flyer might be okay. There's a lot of names in there that's hopefully I'll remember the yearlings and 2-year-olds and just be able to like take another look at one, or maybe when we're racing against one, judge it that way and see. But Irish Flyer might not be a bad breeding option. So I think we've got Silver by Nature, I remember. Irish Flyer now. There was Synchronized we used to race against. And then there was an older one, I think. I think there was an older one, like 8 years of age or so. Not sure. They might not even be in the breeding barn any longer. Possibly have a lot of runs. High feet. Was it F1 maybe? Didn't we check Fairy Flight? Didn't we have Fairy Flight? And it was Azashana, Mini Nut, Fairy Flight, and Prime Example. Yeah, we had Fairy Flight. Yeah, that's where Ms. Nap came from. And Minina, and yeah, this is if what maybe. That might as well be worth breeding. I think that's number 4. I thought I had another one. Or I was looking at a couple. I think we ruled out Yetol, Magnitude, Minus Boy. Lockbar we need to check, I think. And then it's a bunch of 5-year-olds, wasn't it? It was the bunch of 5-year-olds. It was people like Grand Diamond, Adam DeBolio, Emperor Jones, Bob Back. Yeah. That's who it was. Viva Ronaldo. It was testing those 5-year-olds to see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Silver by Nature, Iris Flyer, Synchronized, If What Maybe, test the 5-year-olds. Okay. I'll hopefully remember that. Y'all know I won't, right? Y'all know I'll forget about that. I got some written down, but I'll forget the rest. Osteopathic remedy. I don't think I liked you. Yeah, no. Okay, that's why I know the name. That's why I know the name. But I didn't think breeding from them would be good. Insinuation in China. I don't know you. You haven't produced anything. I don't know you. You haven't produced anything. Okay. British lady didn't make it. Did not make it. Few more days before racing. So that's the invitational for Battler there. And lady is going the Oaks. So yeah, that's going to be a no. Mile 1 to a mile 2. I've got the Haskell and Diana already tapped up. We do have the Prince of Wales. We should be fit for that. And it's, you know, it's going to be tough, but it's possibly more in range as well. Yeah, we'll see. We'll go to Belmont. We still got one of the invitationals. We've got either Battler in the Derby Invitational. Minister of the Interior back again. You know what? We're going in. We're just going in. Why are we just going in? Because we only know Minister of the Interior. And I don't know how good they might be in our company. We run off quite well. Minister just next to us. And there we go. We're going to kick out to the front. Minister of the Interior falls to the inside that rear chasing pack. We're letting Caliphate lead us out. We've got To the Spring, Ocean Song, and Golden Symbol on the outside of Minister of the Interior. Kindle and Shafkan back at the rear of the field. Don't know if any of these are dangerous horses. Minister's a good horse. We know that. I'd like to be further up. Can we make a move, please? Yes, we can. Golden Symbol coming from deep. We know they're decent. To the Spring looks ready to make a move here. But Golden Symbol will be the one that's possibly got a bit of speed from deep. Minister of the Interior still off picture. Not really coming up here. Half a furlong from home. Looks like Caliphate fading badly. Nobody really coming up, though. Golden Symbol just doesn't quite get up on the line. I really expected more. Maybe we're that good. Maybe the field is that bad. Minister of the Interior just had a poor day, or I don't know. I can't judge this horse right now. We beat Squadron, and then we beat this field that wasn't that good. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me now. That makes a bit more sense. Okay. 3 Grade 1 wins. Eye of the Battler. 123 rated, so that matches Grade 1 wins and rating of British Pearl. We do not gain any more ability / potential. And I want to check. the other race. Let me see. So the Oaks Invitational was won by Returning. First Grade 1 win for them. Okay, I mean, decent enough horse, I guess. They beat Medea. Yeah, I think we would have been up near the front there. I do think we've been up near the front there. Oh, yeah. No, I think we win that because Medea was a little bit agitated as well. So as long as we weren't, I think British Lady probably takes that. Oh, wow. I was expecting a Friday auction. It never popped up. We had a 2-year-old auction instead. Okay. I guess that's fine. Darren Anna, Marie Mysterio. Here we go then. On the 18th of July. Miznap, Okidori, Menina, Marie Mysterio. We're looking okay. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? So this is the 1 furlong. Sorry, 1 furlong. Yeah, the 1 furlong Diana. Preluded by the mile warm-up run. Grade 1 here, though. Let's see if we can get off to a decent start. We're not too bad there. Certainly not the best, but also not amongst the worst. Couple of grey horses leading us out. CL from Menina. On the outside is the other grey of Miznap. A little bit inside there, Barlin Bay. A little bit inside the rail. By the 4, Okidori and ourselves, we just start moving out there. Crystal Mover and Sierra Geneva towards the rear. We're right on the outside of CL. We're not stopping. We're just going. Marie Mysterio wants this. From like 3.5 back. I've never seen horses go this early, but we've seen a few now in this save. But, yeah. Just absolutely, astonishing. Miznap's out. Miznap's gone. Menina's not coming up anytime soon. Okidori's in place. Baldefor, CL. None of them are really making much of a move up. Miznap might have had a shot. I don't know. I don't think so. 8.5 Marie Mysterio. Just absolutely kills 1 mile, 1 furlong. Absolutely kills it. I mean, yeah. 130 rating, 4 grade 1 wins. That's Marie. That's Marie for you. That's Marie W. Or a Mariana. Like Marej is also kicking butt out of that same mare. British Doctor Virtuosity didn't really work out for us, but okay. We're okay. And Rey Mysterio, I mean, some good grade 1s there. Okidori is one. Marie with us. We never did really breed more than that. I wanted to test. But by the time we found out how good Marie was, Rey Mysterio was gone. So, old horse. 12. I'm not breeding from a 12-year-old. But 8.5 is just filthy. I'm sorry, but that's just like filthy. Yeah. Okay. Back to Monmouth here for the Haskell at 1 mile 1. Daranana is up. Promelady's going to be your favourite. Going to be a top rated. Everyone's on weight. Sangland and Littleton Cross are back again as dangerous grade 2s. Everyone else is grade 1. Kylie's here. Byways is here. Minister's here. Fritter Mister. Don't know them that well. We will see. Promelady will be overwhelmingly the favourite here. We look in good shape. We do look in good shape. We were beaten by 1.5 lengths from Promelady over a mile. And then we beat Promelady quite heavily over a mile. So I think we've got a good chance. I think we are maybe not recognised as it, but I think we are the best horse in this field. And if Marie can win that one by such a distance, I think Daranana should be able to win this. It's a better field here, though. It's also a pretty decent start. So we'll take that. Promelady will go up the inside. We've got Littleton Cross just in behind it. Sanglan on the outside, and then us on the outside of that. Diceball Kylie goes out to the lead. We got Minister of the Interior just on our rear end there with Byways Boy inside. Fritter Mister a little detached at the rear, now coming back in towards the pack. Promelady makes a move on the inside. Fritter Mister on the outside. We go through the middle of them and set up. Byways Boy goes round to the outside. We're coming up now 1.5 from home on this final home stretch down towards the final furlong. The race for the line begins here. 1 furlong from home. Who's going to kick on? Byways Boy looks to have decent pace. Promelady 2. They'll be in second or third unless something happens. But Daranana, hands in the air. Good field, good race, good win. Get in. 2.5 plus lengths. 125. That's a measly increase there. That's a measly increase. Oh, we filled that final 2%. Or 3%. I think it's 3. I think that's 83, which was a very good year, 83. Very good year. But yeah, we even fill potential. Yes! Oh, like we talk about Saffron Fang and that bloodline coming from Mariana. I can't remember who Mariana was bred out of, which is a shame. I might have to go back and watch those videos and like really trace those bloodlines back and see if we can figure out exactly where it all came from. But there's a lot of videos. Oh, there's a lot of videos. I don't want to do it. But yeah, we might have to at some point. But like Saffron Anna and Saffron Fang, like that edge of that bloodline was so good. And Saffron Fang's been dominating, but when we trace that bloodline back, yes, we get Saffron Fang. We also get Mireille out of that. We also get Darren Anna and Marie Mysterio. You know, that's kind of crazy. With Tatiana in there. Like, there's so much in that bloodline. But a good run, Darren Anna. Very good run. All of us are being directed towards the Travers now. But I'll take that. I'll take that. Again, they both entered the year unbeaten. They both finished top 3. They didn't have great initial runs. But they both rebounded back with a pair of great wins. And have really kicked on. They both developed, more and more potential and more stamina at around the same times. They made similar jumps. They're very similar horses. Marie's got more speed, but Darren Anna's got more ability. Darren Anna's got more enthusiasm, but less consistency. The very close cruise and burst and confidence is a touch Darren Anna's favour. I don't know which one I prefer. I really don't. But that's a bloodline that keeps paying off. Not only with our top horses, but down here now, the 3-year-olds, which, again, we could see Darren Anna and Marie Mysterio easily take over from Mireille and Saffron Fang as the best horses in their 4-year-old seasons. And we're not going to get British Lady running in the Prince of Wales. So we're just going to jump out of that one. I'm going to go to Friday's auction just to see. Rash move, don't know. Let's find out. Rising Talisker. Like, you've come out of nowhere and you look okay, but I'm a hold off. The Savage wants it, which is, they've got some good distance horses. Maybe this got a touch of distance in the bloodlines somewhere. Finishing inconsistency again, the most difficult bars it seems sometimes to get when everything else lines up. Look at that jumping speed. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, if bred right, this could be an absolute monster sort of producer for jumps game, certainly. Or maybe not jumps, maybe hurdles, maybe something of that nature. Maybe not National Hunt, maybe not Grand National, but just the speed of jumps, so those quicker jump races, like bred with some good horses here that got some stats. Have a full finish to maybe just go straight up the full there and bring that consistency up. I think, like, the fulls here, for that kind of game, for that kind of race, could be good. Could be good. And we do like Flower, because I think Flower Girl was... I think Flower Girl was Ecstasy's sire? Not sire. Dam? Yes, Ecstasy. Ecstasy was the main one there. Snowy's Pet, little book. Interesting. Rash Move is out of the breeding barn. Snow Magic with Polo Bury. Okay, that's not really amazing, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting one. It's not one we're going to use. It's not one that I'm I'm going to keep to the side for anything. I think we're good as we are. What do we got next couple of days in big races? Nothing. Okay, so we can end then on the 24th on this breeding sale. Distant Thunder, China, Street Warrior, reach for the bucks. I don't really recognize too many of these names. I think I'm going to go with a grade 1 lineage and just see perhaps if there's anything out of that. I kind of doubt it. I do kind of doubt it. This one got more expensive than I wanted to pay for an 8-year-old. Yeah, the other two are 5, so the other two are okay. If they are good enough, we can breed from them for a few years. And this is always going to be the expensive one. But not too bad. Okay, Andaliba, a Street Warrior. Hasn't really done much. Meandering Rose hasn't really done much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it didn't work out, that one. A fairly cheap one, but not one that came out very well. Up towards the million marker then. Distant Thunder. A single grade 1. Oh my god, look at that. ZZ Top, Pickle Pumpkin, Nelly Dunnat, and Baz Guy. They're all single grade 1 winners. I will kind of say that much. They are all single grade 1 winners. But a couple of those were decent. Okay. Understudy with Nufus and Little Brockwell, so okay. Single grade 1 winner. What is Brockwell? Single grade 1 winner. Okay, so what's up, kitty cats? I had a feeling it'd be decent, you know. I did have a feeling, but it doesn't make the list at all. Potential's just too low. Possibly would have been a much better horse, 3 or 4 to breed from. But no confidence, no finish, poor consistency. Not even a great cruising burst to make up for it. Good extra speed. The potential's not bad. But yeah, the 500,000 experiment failed. The 1 million experiment failed. 1.5 million for Borgia. Now, Gurora Lane didn't really do much. They have got Sunday Break out of Flamingo. Okay, so they're both the only grade 1 horse that we come from that. Either parents. Excitable isn't good. I like a lot of the other parts of it, to be fair. China was solid, but hasn't produced well. And I think that's going to be a big fail here with Borgia. Best of the lot. Not great potential. Not great extra speed, but good in both. Like, a full finish application there. And we'd be talking about, like, how this is really close to being a good breeder, making my standards. And at the start of a game, you should breed from it. And even then, if you've got, like, full finish applications on some of your horses that you like, you know, just that you've got at your stud farm, like, breeding something like this near the beginning of the game to get a good initial sort of crop of horses is not going to be a bad idea. Excitable, I don't love. The rest are going to be not too bad in terms of stats, and if you get the roll of the dice go in your favor, the coin flip, and you get all the way up to 100 on the fall, with the other bars that you hear, you'll have a very, very decent runner. So, yeah. But from where we're standing, nah. So, more poor times at the auctions. The 2-year-olds doing okay. The 3-year-olds now starting to step up. British Lady kind of screwed out of a couple of runs there, 3 different races. Comedat's still not able to figure that horse out just yet. But Battler looks good. Pearl looks really good. Shame about that last run. And then the 4-year-olds look really good. So we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Or, well, we've entered the second half of the season. We've probably got another 3 months of racing to go, because not a lot happens towards the end of the season. We get like a quiet month partway through the season, and the end of the season kind of dips out for a mile 1, mile 2. But I think we can get some really good runs. We should be able to try and get Marej, some good runs. Dakuku over 10, hopefully. Grade 1 wins. Saffron Fang towards 20. Some more good runs for our 3-year-olds, and just keep, getting grades and upping the ratings of these 2-year-olds. And keeping an eye on those stamina bars, seeing if they improve any more. So, actually, before I go, I want to look at one thing that I discovered by myself. I didn't realize this was really a thing. I've seen the screen before. I haven't really paid attention to it or done anything with it, but it's something that I think is worth looking at. So here are your pictures, and there is a way to put your picture in the game. I'm not exactly entirely sure how, and I've never done it. I've never wanted to. But this little face here kind of looks like a jockey's face, with a helmet or something on, with a cap on. So I always just thought it was something to do with that, but if you look there, it's actually the trainer data. So when you click this, you can see here the number of stars. That's kind of like how well you've done. You can see a little bit here about your stable as a total. And I think this is really interesting. You can change your silks here. You can change the name of your stable here. You can look over your recent wins. So you can take a look back here. And we can see that Higgy Dat won the Beholder. And, you can see who's running and who's winning when and who's taking over at certain lengths. And it's a very nice way to build a bit of nostalgia into things that way. You can also tell that, here in the Norfolk, we run it twice in a grade 2. And Afro Storm and Royal Aura actually won one. Coventry went to Darren Anna and Bold Niku as well. You can see here then you got these, the Del Mar races, the San Vicentes, the Yasudakinens, and who might be winning those. You can go down and see. I wish they actually sort through the actual races as well. So yeah, they're sorting by distance, but then alphabetically by the race, or by the grade and then alphabetically by the race, or have them all set up. So you got distance, and then you got race, and then you got grade. I think there'd be better ways to do this to show. One good thing is we can always click on them and see some of their stuff. You can click here on the purse races and see that, the Quipco has been pretty much every year we've run. So Battler won it the first 2 years. We handed over to Saffron Anna. Takiana took it on for 2 years. Saffron Fang won it. And Saffron Fang might win again this year. We might set that up. So we got 2, 1, 2. If Saffron Fang doesn't win it, we give it to a 3-year-old. And we see. I don't know. There's that to figure out. But I do like that. You can see the Judmont International. It's only the last couple of years we ran that. We didn't actually run it last year. Like I say, we decided to step out of that because Saffron Fang was running so many mile 3, mile 4s to bulk out the schedule. We didn't really need to. And then you can see your big races up top. So your 3 million prize money sort of races. And you can see the names here. Barawara one's a 10 a show. But the P-Gay QE2 was Battler for 2 years. We've also got Takiana winning it. The Pegasus World Cup was Higgy's Forest. They won that twice. Marie W won it once. Black W won it once. Marej has won that race now. And you can see the Saudi Cup, just crazy. But Marie won it and then won it again. And that's where a lot of that prize money came from. That 41.2 million. And yeah, those no, not Marie Mysterio. I hate that it resets as well. It shouldn't reset, in my opinion. And those 30 grade 1 wins, that's just, it's obscene. 40 million prize money, 30 grade 1 wins. Like, Marie is the most successful horse we've ever owned, by far. By far. The best horse we've ever owned is Saffron Fang, by far. But yeah, Higgy won it, and then Kane's Alliance actually stepped up and won it, miraculously, and Marej has stepped up this season and won it. So it's a very nice thing to do there. You can see here our rankings as well. That first year that was simulated, of course, we weren't part of it. We're dead last in trainers. But from that season onwards, we're the number one trainer every single year. 75% win rate, 74%. Then down to 57%, 70%, 54%, and down to 60% last season. This season, we are about 50, 54% maybe. I'm not sure. We're back up to 19 horses as well, which normally the more horses we have, you'll see that sometimes the less we do well. When we have lower numbers, like 11 here, we've got 74, 75, and 60% wins. And that will show you up to 25 years. That's really cool. You can look over your horses here all on one screen and just get a better look at them. It's not really anything great there. I think there should be a lot more to that. But it's interesting. You can click there and go to your breeding barn. It does jump you out of that screen back onto here. Then you can look at your past horses. We can look all at the younger horses. Like the Dangerous Alliance and Aphrodite, Miss Rinjani, Quadrige de Marais. Does anybody remember some of these horses? Some of these made the breeding barn, some didn't. Clarabelle. Anyone remember Clarabelle? Then we get round to our Higgies and our W's and our Matchy and Battler. We're still kind of living off their, their bloodlines right now. And Saffron Nana comes in, and like these horses. If you look at the group winners and go down there, you can see how many of them were good and how many we've retired that have been really good. You can also search by the ratings. And you can see that Marie W and Double Dara hit that 140 and kept it at the end. Georgentine and Black W at 139. We got Mistopheles Matchy, Saffron and Dream Cuckoo 137, British Battler 136. Like, it's interesting to go back and see kind of where we were. Kane hit 130, Halifaxius kept 130. Swedish Chili never quite got up. Battle that never got up. Deet Heat didn't impress me too much, but actually ended up quite well, it seems. Adonis disappoint me. That's one of my big disappointments right now. A horse that I thought was amazing and just, yeah. So you can kind of look at this and get that nostalgia going again. And then you can look back over horses that you've sold. We sold an absolute ton of horses. We bought a ton of horses. We sold a ton of horses as well. So there is that. But I thought that's a very interesting screen that sometimes you don't see very often. You can also get to it up here by your name. And in the middle here somewhere is the achievements. Of course, you can look at all your bits and pieces. Kind of broken in a modern game because they don't show. You can also rename your stable back down here as well. So there's a couple of places to do it. But I just thought that was interesting. And it's something I haven't really been shown by anyone. So if you are feeling nostalgic, you've got a long save. Trip down memory lane to remember some of those names that you might have forgotten about. And
yeah, very, very cool. I really enjoy that little look down I've had there. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, behave, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill by now. Discord link in the description below. And yeah, so much more to come. So much more to come. Good 4-year-olds, intriguing 3-year-olds starting to come better. 2-year-olds already looking really, really good. I'll see you in the next one when we find out just how long we can push this and see what we can do. But yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you later.